In the future, question mark, question mark, question mark?
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal Dave's trip to Jupiter, where we don't really know what we're fighting.
Hold it. Would you say, what am I fighting for?
Not yet, Dave. Not yet. So, let me check. I know in the robot junkyard, we have one more secret to obtain.
The secret of his performance anxiety.
Yeah, there's a lot more backtracking to be done in this game than there was in the first game, unfortunately. And it's just really how the bosses are laid out. Because, okay, we're going to destroy these junk robots, and then we're going to use Crystal Hunter to do this. It gives us just enough platform to get up here and get the heart tank.
Oh man, you can tell it's the last one because our health is slightly bigger.
Yep, so we have one more heart tank we're missing. Let me check where that is.
Oh, well.
Oh, no, I remember. Wheel Gator, our first stage that we did, and last one to go to.
It's all coming together. It's like a novel.
Yeah, well, once again, I've not really been able to optimize this game quite as much as the first game, because it's just not nicely laid out in the same way, and the weapons not quite as useful. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? We go and, like, freeze dudes with it.
Well, freeze dudes at an angle.
But if you dash into them, they explode into power-ups, and it's kind of like guaranteed that they'll drop weapon energy, I think.
That's kind of actually not a bad idea.
It's interesting, but there's no weapons you can just like walk around with, like Storm Tornado or Fire Wave, that just are useful. Or like Shotgun Ice, the way it hits on all the angles.
Yeah, dude, like...
You know, let's go grab Silk Shot, because I said that earlier, that was the Shotgun Ice of this game. I mean, we're still kind of, like, wasting it. Yeah, let's grab that thing up there, I guess.
I guess we can go grab that thing.
Or... let me turn you into a crystal. Grab this. Destroy you. Destroy you. The heart tank is obtained in kind of a weird way in this game, if you ask me.
Well, we could also go for the Shoryuken.
Oh, okay, this game we're actually going for the Shoryuken. Really? Yeah, spoiler alert, Shoryuken in this game, it's way easier to obtain than the Hadoken was in the last game, so we're actually going to do it.
Hey, fair.
Might take a few lives out of us because it's a bit tricky to maneuver, but we can do it.
That's why we have save states.
Actually, we don't even need save states because I playtested this earlier, and there's an extra life stationed immediately before it, knowing that you're going to try it.
Fair.
So we need the speed burner again, in which we dash and then air dash. And we got it. So that is actually all the items as far as this game is concerned, besides the Shoryuken. And so we're good. We are good, Space Cadets.
We are amazing.
So we can go to the North Pole.
The North Pole?
X under stage.
So we take the Shoryuken in this stage.
This is a pretty, like, rad theme song they do have.
Oh, dude, the music has all been very good because it's Mega Man.
I mean, I will say that actually, Mega Man Extreme 2 on the Game Boy Advance takes this theme and remixes it, and it's actually, like, almost better. It's very weird.
Oh, no, sometimes it just happens, like, especially if you have...
Like, the 8-bit chiptune is really cool.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we want to go all the way down here, and I'm going to switch over to Silk Shot to see what I can do with it. Because we can hit these guys that are on the ground with it. Again, like, the first Mega Man X, if that told you anything, I love to make use of all the different special weapons.
Yeah.
And that's part of what annoys me about, like, X2, and especially 3, is, like, the special weapons... not quite feeling it the same way, but then like you get back to 4 and then they're good again.
Well, yeah. Sometimes like
X is a very weird series in that regard because rather than having like 2 and 3 be like the really good ones and then like after that it falls off, it actually like falls off after the first one and then gets way better after that.
Actually, if you want to know something weird, it kind of makes sense because I was watching a video on the Mega Man Battle Network series, and they talked that they often make a new Mega Man depending on if he appears on a new console or not.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the case with X here. Whoa, we got crushed at the last second.
That
was very close.
Ooh, what you say?
cheap wall crushing mechanics.
Ooh, that's you only, man. Well, okay, you're dead.
No,
so.
you're absolutely right. Is that like X came about as a result of the SNES,
Yeah.
and then like Legends came about on the PS1, and
Yeah.
PlayStation 2 is the first time where they really were just like, we'll just continue X.
Well,
Whereas like Battle Network, definitely Game Boy Advance.
well,
Like what do Japanese teens on the go want to play, or something like that?
well, to be fair, like the style of Mega Man was more suited for handheld at the time. That's just what it was. You know, it was a different time.
It was.
And handhelds were becoming a much bigger market at the time too.
Well, I guess because Japan's like so frequently on the go, it really helps them.
Well, Monster Hunter cafes are a thing.
I know. The closest experience I've had with that is at college, where there was definitely like a group of Monster Hunters that would just set up shop at the local pizza shop.
And it was just like, you're ready for some Monster Hunter?
I know. Well, there was a point when Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate released, and we discovered that the only place on campus where the campus Wi-Fi didn't interfere with the 3DS's multiplayer functions was at this pizza shop.
This specific
It was very special. Well, because the shop was like slightly off campus.
Whee! No, I remember when I was in college, we had a Pizza Hut near our campus. And whenever we were like bored or something, or we just didn't want to eat food from the cafeteria, we'd head over there and have some food. You know? That was the thing we did.
No, wait, we can go here.
Oh man, you're looking for secrets!
Yeah, I'm looking for secrets. Looking for trouble. Making it double. Oop. Gotta be quick on the draw. Oh, not quick enough. Didn't turn around fast enough. Alright, die, Scorpobot.
Scorpobot!
Nice, Scorponok.
Worst.
Worst Beast Wars character.
Okay, it's either that or Quick Strike.
I mean, Quick Strike is cooler by virtue of the fact that he is both a scorpion and a cobra.
You are right. That is fair.
So Violin comes back, and he's harder because his mace now bounce off of these platforms. Whoa! But fortunately, we are armored up, so we can kind of tank it. This is one of those things where I'm like, it's like harder and weirder.
It's
Damn you!
Get that sub tank.
I get that sub tank indeed. Well, again, it's a physics object, so it's like you can't totally predict where it's going to go.
Yeah, fair. No, you can take down Mr. Shakedown. I believe in you.
Die, Mr. Shakedown. Oh, my money! Got him. What? How could I? I've overloaded my circuits. That must be a very weird experience to like live as a robot and have a like nuclear bomb inside.
Well,
you.
I always wonder like what happened. Like, is everybody in Star Trek like afraid of their consoles just suddenly exploding? Like they go
made of explodium.
Like they go in every day and it's just like, today's the day my console will probably explode.
But don't tell that to Data.
Yeah. Well, you know, Data's a robot. He's just like, oh, okay, it exploded. That was the thing that happened.
Alright, X-Hunter Stage 2. ...
Ready, go!
Mega Man fight ready? Actually, there is another game where that'd be really appropriate.
Which one? Like,
Mega Man ZXA.
oh, that's true.
Because the entire premise of that game is Mega Men fighting each other.
To be fair, Battle Network 4 is literally just a fighting tournament to an extent, too.
Yeah, that's the one no one really likes.
Oh, no, it's awful. And generally, like...
Well, I mean, the randomization is what makes it awful.
Well, here's the thing. The randomization can actually break the game.
Can it?
Yes.
Like literally, like, make it unplayable?
You can break... It basically causes... At certain points, you can only play the game for 3 times.
Oh, you know, I've heard that.
Yeah, like, it's only good for 3 times. After that, it's done. You might as well just get another copy.
I mean, 3 was plenty, honestly.
Well, I mean, X5 and X6 are definitely much stronger games overall.
Well, I mean, like, Mega Man Battle Network and X are just such different titles.
I know they're different titles, but to be fair, they're related enough. And the fighting, and I was just making fun of like the whole fighting, thing about that game. So that's really it.
Alright, so we're waiting for the platform to come back right now.
I hate when levels do this.
And I'm trying not to jump on the spikes. I think I actually had to jump up on the left side to make it appear. Alright, so flame jets, they are hot, and they hurt our Mega Man. And we have to get up here.
Are you feeling hot tonight?
I mean, Mega Man being not an organic creature. So I think there's some stuff over here we can get. Just like extra lives and stuff if we go over here. But we have to freeze the bats in Crystal in order to get there. So we're not going to do that, and instead we're just going to go fight the boss.
Fair. No, he's dead! He had a family! A robot family!
My robot family. We were manufactured on the same assembly line together.
Yep. His brother, Gorgo the First.
So, we've defeated Violin. Next up is...
Oh, God. Agile?
No, Sergus.
Oh, Sergus is doing his best Dr. Wily impression.
He really is. So, the Sonic Slicer does a huge number on his tank here.
So, so what I'm looking at here is that this feels like at times, this game feels experimental because at this point it feels like maybe they're experimenting with Sergus as possibly Dr. Wily to have.
You're not wrong. There was some, in continuity weird ideas about that at one point that never panned out. And then were later revisited. And then never panned out.
Isn't that just like the entire...
So that's twice. That's twice where they never panned out. I hate this guy. Because, he's got the most basic pattern, but it's just a pain in the butt. Yeah.
Just... Fire!
Fire. Fire wave.
Fire hot.
Yeesh.
Oh, God.
And you can't charge it either, because the charge shot simply lunges you forwards, which will put you in the line of fire, which is not good.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just, to be fair, Battle Network...
To be fair, he's unfair.
Yeah, to be fair. Actually, Battle Network has that whole, still frame invincibility where they freeze after they get hit by something. So,
No, I mean, these guys have it too, where...
There's elements... Actually, did you know that Battle Network was actually supposed to be a horror game initially?
What are you talking about? I've never heard that.
Yeah, no,
That's insane.
Shocked to hear that. No, apparently, it started out as, they wanted to just make a Game Boy... No, the project started out entirely as...
I'm gonna Giga Crush him for the hell of it. Just to get, a few extra points of damage off, because, I'm doing this by the skin of my mecha teeth.
Your mecha teeth? Your met teeth?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so it was going to have a heart monitor gimmick, where depending on how fast your heart beat, it would change what would happen in the game. It initially just started as a Game Boy Advance game, but then they were like, okay, card games are popular. Our Pokemon is popular.
Throw everything into the soup.
Game Boy Advance, Mega Man. And that's how we got Battle Network.
On that thought, I think I need some more of this. Give me the power, Dave.
I'm giving you the power and shaking it.
Don't shake the power. I'm gonna find a place to fill up sub-tanks. I want to say Bubble Crab stage might be a good one.
Fair enough.
Armored Armadillo stage in the previous game was actually a very good stage for filling up the sub-tanks. Because you could just kind of throw on the barrier.
You want more?
That's good, thank you.
Alright, but in all seriousness, the only reason I brought that up is because it's kind of fast. I find it always fascinating how something starts as something and then changes.
I find the creative process very interesting too. The stories like how Devil May Cry was originally Resident Evil 4.
Well, I do that with a bunch of different stuff to an extent with whenever I write a story too. To be fair.
Oh, that's great though. You let the process take place.
Well, I try not to be beholden to an idea if I can help it.
See, that's my mistake, is like I'll have an idea that I love and I just get attached to it. I just stick with it. I stick with it as hard-headedly as I possibly can.
Well, it's like this. If I like an idea, but if it doesn't work for the story, I drop it.
So here we go. There's like little hidden compartments in this level that have different life ups in it, and that's how... Okay, I want to get back up here to get the first life up, because that's how we're going to fill up our sub-tanks.
Oh.
It's not nearly as efficient as Armored Armadillo's stage. No, because in the first game, there's that initial section in Armored Armadillo stage where you can literally just put on the shield and then crash into the bats until they fill up your sub-tanks.
Yeah.
You know, you have a weapon that makes you invincible, and you have enemies with a particularly high item drop rate.
Yeah, this is just what you have to do.
Forget how you get that one.
But nah.
Do we have to strike chain it?
Yeah.
Strike chain goes into the wall.
Well, like I said, that's just how I always viewed it, is that if you have an idea, don't, like...
I mean, I've heard the idea that you're supposed to murder your darlings.
You kill it and murder them. To the extent that does work, but I personally feel like it's just you have to readjust them. I don't like...
The statement, the idea being that... if you have like an idea that you really like, don't get too attached to it, because you may want to change it for the greater good.
Well, ideas can always become better, I find. Like, there are some ideas that I really like that I think... Well, I always am interested when you remake bad things rather than good things.
Well, yeah. I suppose if something is already good, then there's not a huge point to remake it, whereas if something was bad, you can take it and make it better.
Well, like, to me it's like this. Unless there's some advantage to remaking it now, like, technology actually makes the plot very different, and that would make it...
Technology makes the plot very different. That's an interesting statement.
Well, it's like this. You know, we have cell phones nowadays.
Yeah.
And a lot of plots in movies would be very different if they were around, like old movies.
Destroy this thing.
Like, imagine an alien invasion with cell phones.
Well, you know, that reminds me, because not too long ago I watched Devilman Crybaby, where they had this really epic scene that was basically just like all these Twitter feeds going off at once, and I'm like, the manga was written in the 1970s. They didn't have Twitter.
No, but
that was a really meaningful scene.
No, but it is based on a scene from the manga where all the thoughts of the people are being kind of like displayed to an extent.
Alright, so we did a little more, and we're going to go to the next X Hunter stage. We're going to keep this rolling.
I hope you talk about the creative process over your Mega Man games.
I mean, I think Mega Man is a very creative process.
It's fair.
Okay, so, you know, you take a standard, like, linear action game, and there's no creative process involved. You just like stage 1, stage 2. Mega Man is definitely a creative process, because you're like, what stage do I do next?
Well, you know, that's always been very important. So I think you can probably use the whip thing.
You gotta use strike chain to get these. It's kind of tricky, though, to, like, grab it to you.
Oh, God. It's one of those...
How did I get that? How did I get an object that was farther from me? I am so confused now, Space Cadets. Because I don't know that I've ever gotten that life up before in my entire life.
That was dumb!
But hey, we have like 9 lives now. We're good. We are a Robo-Cat. We are a Mega Cat.
Well, considering Mega Man's helmet in this game,
yeah,
I am Mega Cat.
Mega Cat. Mega Cat X.
Mega Cat X.
That sounds like the Lost SWAT Cat.
The Lost... well, hopefully that SWAT Cat animation project goes well.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, no, it was kickstarted for possibly to be developed. The creators actually have the rights to the original SWAT Cats. And
because that show was really cool.
Yeah, and it was canceled because stupid reasons.
Well, didn't you say it was because Ted Turner was not happy that a show had eclipsed Captain Planet in popularity?
I was kind of wrong about that. Apparently...
All right, what's the real reason then?
Just general... Well, okay, this was during the 90s where hearings on violence in children's media was becoming more of a thing.
Oh,
and then you have SWAT Cats...
anthropomorphic cats driving a jet was a big problem.
That was one half of it. The other half...
Okay, so back on the game, actually, just for a second, is also, this is a really, like, dramatic ladder shaft right here.
Yeah.
But, so we're going to go right here and grab this bat.
Okay.
He's going to follow us. Bing! Now we can climb up here. Extra life, which we are maxed out on lives. So we're going to say, fuck you, Crystal Man. We're going to fill up our sub-tanks a little bit. And launch this. And we're going to go over here.
Okay.
You can continue with your SWAT Cats tangent anytime.
Alright, so the show was also...
This is tricky.
The show was also expensive to make.
Oh, because it was so, like, well animated?
Well, that and Hasbro...
Whoa, I did it on the first try.
Nice.
So we're... The other path leads downwards, and this one leads us over here. So we just slide down the wall until we get this.
Ooh.
Wow, you're so cool! I am not worthy! I am not worthy! Step inside for a special surprise. So, hey, sure you can.
Hey, fair. Sure you can!
I'm sure if we had, Mark Gotha voicing X once again, sure you can!
I would love that.
I would love it too. He is my favorite, probably my favorite hero voice actor ever. Partially just because he's got, like, so few special roles.
He's really good, but, anyway, so SWAT Cats actually had an issue with the toy, Hasbro.
I survive everything else and I die to that.
Yeah. Well, spikes are Mega Man's greatest weakness.
Spikes are the worst. But hey, we have lots of lives. We should still have the sure you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yep. But anyway, so the toys...
Let's take the safe way down.
Anyway, the toys were an issue, so the Hasbro pulled its funding, and so that's what happened.
So what was the particular issue we're talking about?
Poor distribution and poor management of it. To give you an idea, like, one of the dumbest things about it is that it was made up of 4 action figures. 2 of the SWAT Cats and 2 of the villains.
Oh.
But there's one thing... But let me put it this way. There's one thing missing from the fucking damn line.
The jet?
Yeah!
You tell me a lot of things, but the jet ain't one of them.
Well, that always pissed me...
Oh, okay. You know what we're supposed to do here?
I wonder.
We're totally supposed to charge up Speed Burner.
Of course. Duh.
Or not. Never mind. My theory was wrong. This is a special episode of Mega Man X2 right here.
Oh god damn it. Anyway, they decided to not use anyway, for some reason Jet was never made, which sucks because that's one toy I would have killed for as a kid.
That's like if you make it like Star Fox figures without making an R-Wing. Yeah, I know. I'm sure that's happened too.
There was a Nintendo toy line, to be fair.
Alright, we're gonna fuck that extra life.
Not literally, I hope, but anyway. But there was a Nintendo...
I mean, if I had that many extra lives, I might fuck them.
I think there are, like, some
we're back here.
kits, but I'm not... But don't quote me on that.
Alright. So, Speedburner takes care of those guys real fast.
But to me, it's like, to me, it's always been like, I can't stand the idea...
Go away, bug.
Admittedly, like, I was a huge fan of weird toys as a kid.
No!
Spikes are apparently his greatest weakness.
No, it's because, like, you can't quite make it with the first dash jump, and so you have to do the next one, but then that leaves you out of control a little bit because you're moving really fast.
Like, my favorite Hulk toy as a kid, and the reason I'm talking about this is because I got the 2 SWAT Cat toys, and I got it at the same place as this Hulk toy. This Hulk toy actually had and you can tell I'm drunk, so at this point I'm just talking about weird Hulk toys.
Dave, are you sure you're okay to be flying the spaceship?
I'm flying it?
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, I'm gonna add 2 more months to this.
We are lost in space, Dave.
No. I don't want...
I mean, this is giving us a good chance to, like, at least fill up our sub-tanks.
It's fair.
I'm gonna keep rolling because, again, this is like... Yeah, what the heck's up with these levels, even? I don't even know. There's no, like, Sting Chameleon ability to save us here. We just have this.
This is why everybody loves the spike armor.
Wait a second. I have an idea. I slowed time down with my crystal powers. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I wanted to freeze them. I'm like, wait a second. Maybe the reason why there's so many dudes here that annoy me is to do this to them, to freeze them, to make them into platforms, which is actually apparently a way better strategy. Alright, we're done.
Wow.
We are free!
Free at last!
Free at last! Alright, but we did fill up our sub-tanks and didn't lose too many lives. We're above the starting amount of lives.
Anyway, this Hulk toy was part rubber and part plastic, like his top half was rubber, and you put in a little Bruce Banner figure to represent him transforming into Hulk.
So I find this weird, that you fight Violin the same way that you fight him in the, like, regular stages. And you fight Serges in his, like, mecha tank thing. But then Agile is this.
He looks like a...
He's gone, like, full mobile armor on us.
Apparently he went full, he's just like, man, you wanna know what I really like? I like mobile armors. I'm gonna be like a weird butterfly Big Zam.
And goes down real fast to Megamind. Master, avenge me! Master?
Master? Master?
Well, you know, this was really shocking at the time because you didn't know that Sigma was supposed to be a recurring villain. You know, they were like, oh, Sigma died in the previous game, now his successors have taken up the cause.
Well, especially because they put a Dr. Wily dude here to kind of throw that off. To be fair.
No, they've been trying to bring back Dr. Wily for years, and they just never succeeded. Alright. So, next X-Hunter stage. What will happen next time on Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter?
Woo! I'm drunk!